Hey guys, how are you today? It's Red Orca. I'm doing something a little different, and I'm reviewing this game I just got this week. Well, it just came out this week, which is why. But I gave it a 7 out of 10. We're talking about Star Wars Battlefront, which is out for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. I played this one on Xbox One, and in interest of full disclosure, I have been looking forward to this game since even before they announced it. I have been hopeful they would make it for a while. I used to love Battlefront 2, which I used to play on PS2. Um, I'm going to go through this video and explain to you why I did dock it some points, considering this is a very anticipated game. As you can see here, the game is beautiful. They did a very good job with the graphics. The sound is great. The maps really look great. They did a good job with them. It looks like you really are in a Star Wars movie, and you do feel like it. The controls, I don't really have anything too bad to say. They're very simple. Right there, you can see that's my loadout. Those are star cards. I'm not a high enough level to have the third card yet. But as you get higher level, you can purchase star cards to points you earn playing in matches. You know, pretty basic idea there. Not too bad. That yellow person there, that's your partner. If you spawn in with a friend, you can, when you can respawn next to them. If you don't play with one, it selects one for you. I'm not sure what formula goes in there, but it's not the person I would have picked. So, right here, this is Fighter Squadron, which I'm not going to give this one any down points for unless you really like aerial combat games. You're not going to like it because it's really easy. Like, that's the easiest aerial combat I've ever done. Usually I can't do it. So, as you can see, each time you spawn in is either Rebellion or the Imperials, and you don't pick. And the next round, it's like after one team gets victory, it switches you to the other. So if you feel like one is better than the other, well, don't worry, you'll be the next one next time. So I think they did that a good job with that, just so people can't really play favorites. Also, one of the things I have to give them kudos for is this one called Droid Run. It's kind of like Domination, only the A, B, and C are gonk droids, so they move. I mean, they're slow, but it kind of adds a nice twist to it. You go up to it, you hold X, and it starts claiming. You don't have to stand on it, but you should guard it because the enemy team will come and switch that. Boosts, you can basically go around the map and pick up. In like Fighter Squadron, sometimes it's like you can get your health back for your vehicle. In games like this, it's certain weapons, like it's a turret you can set up. Right here, this is cargo. That's their answer to capture the flag. You go and you pick up the enemy cargo and you run it to your base. And you return it, and you try to kill them to keep them from getting yours. You see that? The two modes that are the most like the old Battlefront game would have to be Supremacy and Walker Assault. Walker Assault is the one you probably played in the beta, with the AT-ATs taking over the planet. Very fun. Those are the big team battle modes with the objectives. And the boost you can pick up on there is you can, drive the vehicles, or you can become a hero. And by hero, I mean that loosely. You can become one of the villains, too. For hero and villain mode, the heroes for the Rebellion, you can be either Han Solo, Princess Leia, or Luke, all with their own abilities. For the Rebels, it's either Imperial, it's either Boba Fett, Emperor Palpatine, or Darth Vader. I would have to say out of all of them, Han Solo is probably the worst for the Rebels. And I hate to say this, but Darth Vader, in my opinion, is the worst for the Imperial side, even though he is still the coolest. What I am docking this game points for, as much as I loved it, is one, there's no campaign. They were very open about that, so I was not surprised, but at the same time, the previous game had one, as much as it was kind of strung together. There's kind of a pseudo-campaign in this where you play through game modes with a partner, but it isn't really, and for people who don't want to play multiplayer, that's going to remove a lot of the value from the game. So really, I cannot stress this enough. If you're not interested in playing multiplayer online, do not get this game. This is not a game for you. Also, as much as I love it, this game gets repetitive very fast unless you switch the game modes up. Luckily, there are a bunch of game modes and a bunch of different things for you to try, but playing the same game mode over and over again, you get kind of bored, especially if you're playing alone. This game was designed in mind for you to play with a large party of your friends. Also, while there are people who play this and are very competitive at it, it's not as much of a competitive game, I don't feel. So it's more, this is the game you play if you and your friends want to run around and play Star Wars and, possibly get to use a lightsaber and, fly a TIE fighter. So that's what this game is pretty much aimed at. So I'm kind of concerned a little bit about the game's longevity and staying power. I could be wrong, but that is why I docked it points. The DLC might change that, but right now as it stands, I don't feel, with the exception of you get on and you're bored and you want to, like I said, play Star Wars with a bunch of friends, which, again, as I stated, it's very fun to play the multiplayer in this. I don't feel like, as the game is at launch, that it has enough to keep you playing it. Like, it's a little repetitive. So if you disagree with me, please let me know in the comments what you think. If you got this game and you'd like to play it, I'm still definitely down, so hit me up on Xbox One. But anyway, until next time, talk to you later.